Welcome to your pickleball stretch yoga class. It's going to be a quick one. We're going to go through some standing mobility stretches and then a yoga flow, and then we're going to get down onto the mat to do some hip opening and release for sore muscles. So think of it as mobility, stability, and then recovery. So kind of 3 phases. All right, we're gonna get started with just some shoulder rolls and then some lateral flexion. So let's just get those arms moving. So lift them up, roll them back, set them down. Up, roll back and down. And when you roll and drop your shoulders down, your palms just kind of face open, your thumbs end up rolling out. So we're trying to get those shoulder blades moving and your chest open. While you're doing that, you can roll back and forth between your toes and your heels. So get your ankle joints moving a little bit. That's it. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Great. Now reach the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers above the head. Maybe bring the feet a little closer together, steeple your grip, and then up and over to the side. While you do this, think about pulling your rib cage down just a little, pulling your belly in, kind of pulling up on your hip tips. In other words, engaging your core. Lean over to the side as you lengthen, open the chest, draw the head back just a little bit. Inhale, center. With that strong core, strong legs, reach to the other side. And we'll come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind the back, thumbs to sacrum, open through heart center right here. And maybe turn the head right to left. Bring the head back to center. Side, neck stretch, ear towards shoulder. Other side. Oh, that feels good. Let's do that again. Breathing in deeply and breathing out. All right, and then just shake it out a little bit. Let's just a few gentle rotations. Think about the movement being up in your upper back. So just roll it around side to side a few times. All right, and let's bring one arm across the front of the chest. Pull the arm in, turn the head to the side. And back to center, other arm. Pull the arm into the chest and turn the head to look past that shoulder, giving that rear delt, rear and side shoulder stretch. And then bring the arms down and shake them out. Balance. Draw one knee in towards the chest. Stand up nice and tall. So we are standing, balancing. We roll that ankle around here, get some ankle mobility. Other direction. Now, if you would like to, you could hold on to, a wall, side of your couch, the side of the pickleball fence, and release. Other side. Draw the knee up, stand nice and tall. Maybe point and flex the ankle a few times and then roll the ankle around. Both directions. And note if you're feeling more balanced on one side than the other. All right, and release. Widen the feet out. Some lateral lunges, side to side, right here. And you can take your time. No need to rush. Spend as much time on each side as you like. What we're probably feeling here as you shift over, as long as you're really hinging at your hip, you're going to get this inner thigh long adductor stretch here, kind of running down the inside leg, kind of behind the leg a little bit. Then contract your quadricep on the front slightly. That'll help stabilize the knee joint while you do it. Other side, lean over, hip hinge back, contract your quadricep just a little bit. Feel that kind of back and inner thigh stretching. All right, inhale to the center, keep your feet wide, reach up, exhale, hinge down. Chest reaches towards the mat, hands plant towards the ground, pull the chin a little closer towards the chest. Now just feeling the entire back of the hamstring light up and release. Arms out to the sides, core strength, hinge up to stand. And then we're going to drop right into a warrior two. So your front foot, let's take your right foot, turn your toes forward and sink down. So let's just melt down into our warrior two right here. Draw the belly in a little bit. This is where we're working on some hip mobility. So we'll get a little deeper. Feel those quads. We do a lot of quad work when we're out on the pickleball courts. Now straighten the front knee and triangle pose. So you're going to really fold at that front hip. And we're getting some stretch along the back of the leg here and some mobility through the hip. See how that hip shifted? We tipped. So we're getting some mobility on the hip. And then opening through the chest, especially if you reach the top arm up to the sky, roll the chest open here a little bit. Think about lengthening the spine and opening the chest. We collapse forward a lot, don't we, when we're on our devices, our driving, our daily living. So try to open that up. Return to your warrior two. Now give me a reverse warrior. Now these hips, if they're still kind of stuck tipping to the back, bring them to neutral and maybe drop your back hip down just a little. It's not going to move very far. And then reach into your reverse. So we're moving our hips. We're getting some mobility in our hips. Reach up to the sky. Core is still strong here. Cartwheel down into your lunge. Pop your back heel. Listen up. Inward twisting lunge. We want to get hip mobility the other way. So we're going to let your long leg hip drop, or the hip that's in back, drop that hip down. You can even take your right hand and kind of wrap it around your left glute and drop down into that hip a little bit, and then reach the arm up to the sky. Or knuckles can stay right on that side hip. Let's take a breath in and breath out. Just enjoy the stretch. Return the hand to frame up the front foot, drop the back knee down. You can release the foot, kneeling lunge, hip flexor stretch. Lift up with your chest, reaching up to the sky. Open the throat just a little bit. Lift the chin up, and then return into your kneeling lunge. Press back onto the ball of the foot. Walk through center, so come to your wide-legged forward fold. Pause here. Breath in and breath out. Hinge up. So your feet are still wide, the arms reach up to the sky. Warrior two, other side. So we're going to turn the left toes to point to the long or at the short edge of the mat, and then sink down into your warrior two. So the hips are dropping here. The core is drawing in a little bit. The arms are long and we are strong. Relax down to the shoulders. If you want more shoulder mobility, you can kind of pull the arms open a little bit like you're winding up to give someone a huge hug. Sink a little bit deeper. Awesome. And then we'll take our side angle. So lean down into that front thigh. The other arm reaches up past the ear. And then we'll move into our triangle pose. So just straighten that front knee. Hinge at the hip. We're going to slide the hand down the shin. Other arm reaches up to the sky. So in our triangle pose, again, we're getting that hip mobility. We're tipping the tailbone so it kind of points to the back thigh. And then our hip bones are kind of in line with the spine here. So really creasing at that front hip. We can reach long with the arm. Side body stretch. Let's come back up. Bend your front knee, move through warrior two, and hit your reverse warrior. Left arm reaches up to the sky, right hand reaches to the back knee. We're going to draw up on belly again, lengthen, sink a little bit deeper. Remember what we did with those hips too? Make sure that you've centered your hips. So maybe even tuck your back hip bone down and lift your front hip bone up just a little bit. Now cartwheel down into your lunge, pop your back heel, inward twisting lunge. Lift your left arm up to the sky, roll your belly towards your inner thigh. Drop your right hip down just a little bit. Maybe you could take those left fingertips, back of knuckles, and rest them on the right glutes. Let that hip sink a little bit as you open up towards your left thigh. Take the breath. Return the hand down, drop to your back knee. Walk the hands up onto your front knee, lift up through heart center. Your glutes are strong. Breathing in, breathing out. Return the hands down. Come to your wide-legged forward fold once again, hinging down. And then let's bring those feet together to your forward fold. Hinge up or roll up to your extended mountain and hands down through heart center. We'll move into our stabilizing and balancing. So we're going to start with tree pose. And find our balance. So balance on your left leg. Your right foot can do a little bit of a kickstand to start here. You could also pull your foot up to your shin. You could help your foot reach down, grab hold of your ankle with your hand and pull your foot up past your knee. So your heel is like right up towards your groin area. All right, hands to heart center. What we're doing here is we are training stability and focus, finding our balance, our center. Option to reach the arms up to the sky here. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands down through heart center. Breath in, relax. Feel your natural strength. Now we're gonna shift into our standing pigeon. So cross your ankle over the knee, sink back into your hips. Woo, find your balance. It's okay to tip over, we all do. All right, fold into those hips. Now we're getting some mobility in that front hip here. Think about lengthening your spine a little bit and fold at the hips. So the bend is in the hips versus the spine as much. All right, and come on up. We're gonna slide that leg around and kind of try to hook your toes behind or kickstand your foot here, just for a little internal rotation on your underleg, on that left leg. Sink in. If you wanna go into full eagle, you certainly can. Left arm out in front, right arm swoops under, grab hold, anchor down into your elbows. Breathe in, breathe out, and release, sweep up to the sky, let it go. Shake it out a little bit. Other side, tree pose. Start with our kickstand. Maybe lift the left foot a little higher. Maybe go all the way up. Heel towards groin, foot presses into the thigh. Hands to heart center. And think about being tall here. The knee points mostly straight out to the side, depends on our hip mobility. That's the idea though. And you can feel the ankle on your supporting leg working to balance you. That's what we're after here. Arms can float. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands can come back down through heart center. We could stay here, or we could take our standing pigeon. You cross the ankle over the knee, fold at the hips, hinge back. We can keep a dorsiflex at this front angle if we're working on protecting your knee, or if you want some more mobility, roll the ankle around, point flex, keep that ankle mobile, warm it up, get it ready for your game. Breathe in, breathe out, fill those lungs. We could stay here, or we could take that eagle. So you cross the leg over, you kind of pretzel the legs, bend into your right knee a little bit, maybe you hook your toes. My leg doesn't do it on this side, that's okay. You could kickstand the toes here, or if you can get a little bit of a wrap, go for it. Right arm out in front, left arm floats under, grab your inside thumb, and hang out here. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's release. Sweep the arms up to the sky and melt down. We're gonna come down onto the ground for some stretching now and some recovery and restoration. So we're gonna come on down and start in a downward facing dog, or you could also take a child's pose. So in your downward facing dog, we'll pedal through the heels here. Breathing in and breathing out. And then let's move forward into your full or kneeling plank. Lower the body down, lift for your cobra or your upward facing dog, drawing the shoulder blades closer together, lifting the belly up with you. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a moment, take a breath, opening the shoulders here. Think about shoulder mobility. All right, now let's find some restoration for the hips. Let's reach a leg up to the sky with a little bit of a bent knee and do some knee circles, leg circles while you're in your downward facing dog. Now you can do this also from an all fours position right here. Don't need to be in a down dog. Other direction, rotate through. Switching sides, lift the leg. We'll do some of those leg circles. Find some mobility. Other direction. So this is from all fours or your downward facing dog position. All right. Now whichever leg was just in the air, doesn't matter which one, drive that knee all the way up for pigeon. So we're gonna come down into our pigeon. The knee has drawn upward towards the front corner of your mat, depends on which leg, and come on down onto your forearms and hang out here. We're gonna breathe a little bit, kind of sift into your stretch. Maybe lean a little to your left, lean a little bit to your right. Find that place where that's the stretch you need and what you're looking for. It might be more into your glute, it might be more into your thigh, into your hamstrings. If you feel a lot of pressure or tension in the knee, I want you to bend the knee more and pull the heel closer to you. With your knee more bent, there'll be less pressure on the joint. And the more you loosen up your hips, the less your knee will sort of take the brunt of the tightness. So let's allow a healthy, happy stretch. We want to be feeling something, but it also needs to be tolerable. We could stay right here, or you could add a quad stretch. You could lift up through your heart center just a little bit, engage your core, reach back, grab hold of a foot for a quad stretch. If your hamstring cramps up, release, let go, drink some more water. All right, so we're strong here. This is also nice for a bicep stretch. So this arm I'm reaching back feels pretty good in that front upper arm. And let's go ahead and release. And I'm just gonna switch over to the other side, just kind of roll over to the other side. So feel free to join me getting into our pigeon. You could also take a figure 4, which is when you lie on your back and you cross your ankle over the knee and just draw those legs in. All right, but if we're in pigeon, we're gonna come on down. Now in pigeon, generally the back knee is tucked under and rotated in, which is great if we have the flexibility and the mobility to do that. If this is feeling a little bit too uncomfortable, you can roll your knee out and let your back hip open up a little bit, and then it might be just what you need. So go ahead and play around with that. Taking the breath in and breath out. Option then to add the quad stretch. So first we press up onto the palms, core is in and strong. Then we reach back, grab hold for the foot. We're lengthening the spine. We're opening and breathing. Finding some restoration. Reducing potential soreness from our activities. And increasing our flexibility. All right, let's go ahead and release. Take a seat, kick the legs around out in front. And we're gonna roll on back for a reclined twist. So this is gonna be good for spine and hip mobility. So we're gonna roll down one vertebrae at a time. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, roll the ankle around. And take these toes, hook them under the knee, roll the knee across the body. The other arm opens to the side like a wing. And breathe. Breathe what feels like deep down into your low back. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Is it wrapping around the hip? Is it top of hip? Is it in the glutes? Where is it? Keep the chest open. Deep breath. Return to center and switching sides. Draw the knee into the chest. Other leg is long. We could roll the ankle around both directions. And then tuck the toes under the knee. Roll the knee across the body. Now think about what your shoulders are doing too. If they're popping off the ground, no big deal, but think about weighing them down a little bit. And maybe the leg doesn't go as far, that's okay. So we'll anchor the shoulders into the ground and gently let the knee travel across the body. Take that deep breath. Let's return to center, knees to chest, give them a hug, maybe come all the way up, wrap to the elbows so your hands actually grab your elbows and squeeze those knees in. And then release into your final savasana. Just open up the body. Just let the body be for just a moment. Let the breath come in and out and feel the body pulse, kind of this energy. You've created these openings. You've created. Breathing in, belly rising. Breathing out, belly falling. You could stay here for as long as you like. But if you're ready to move on with your day, let's start to wiggle those fingertips and wiggle those toes. Draw the knees into the chest again. Rock side to side, massage the low back. And let's rock all the way onto the side body. Press up to a seated position, and we'll take a few deep breaths to end our class today. Circle sweep up, inhale. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center, and namaste.